This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. This is streak number 743, and today we get to check out what many considered going into this weekend to be the best deck in the format, and it's a Yorion deck. Yes! Let's get right to it. SULTAI Ultimatum, Emergent Ultimatum Yorion. I feel like I was playing this deck in the last format when it wasn't nearly as good because the hits were Thorn Mammoth and Kogla, but the big deal with this deck is that the new set, Kaldheim, has introduced a whole new package of cards for Emergent Ultimatum. For those of you who haven't read the card or seen it before, you search your library for 3 mono red. That's a slip. 3 mono-colored cards with different names, and you exile them. An opponent chooses one of the cards. Shuffle that card into your library. You may cast the other cards without paying their cost. They choose one, you get 2 for free. Now, in the past, hitting cards like Thorn Mammoth and Kogla could get you ahead in the game, but they didn't end the game. Well, Kaldheim has introduced cards that end the freaking game. Combinations of cards, you might say, that end the freaking game. So here's the big ones to keep in mind. Vorinclex, Monstrous Raider, which doubles the counters on anything. Kiorabest the Sea God, which makes an 8/8 Kraken and then taps all of their non-land permanents and then gains control of a thing. Alrund's Epiphany, take an extra turn, make 2 birds, and then Tybalt, the Cosmic Imposter. I know, Valki, God of Lies. It's weird. Emergent Ultimatum can search for Valki, but you are allowed to cast Tybalt if you search for Valki. Sneaky. Awesome. The thing is, when Tybalt comes down, if you also get a Vorinclex, or if you get another turn, either way, you get to untap with a Tybalt. And untapping with a Tybalt is a lot like untapping with other powerful planeswalkers. You just run away with the game. Either you take out their best card, if you have Vorinclex, you ultimate it and exile all cards from all graveyards and make mana, or you just plus it and draw a bunch more cards. So the typical spread, if they have mana open for removal, don't get Vorinclex. Get Epiphany, Valki, Kiora. If they don't have mana open for removal, or they just don't play any removal that can hit the Vorinclex, grab Vorinclex, grab Epiphany, grab Valki, and nasty things will ensue. The play pattern is absolutely devastating, and you don't really realize how evil and bad for the opponent it is until you play it. So check out the games. I am recording this from the future. Already played the games. They're good. Like, there's some exciting stuff going on, and we face a nice spread of the meta, including getting some sweet time with our favorite deck, Mono Red. So, yeah, make sure you check it out. Otherwise, the deck is a ramp deck, so we have ramp cards like Wolf Willowhaven, Cultivate, and the perfect cross between ramp and removal in Binding the Old Gods, who also combines perfectly with Yorion. This isn't much of a Yorion deck. We have 4 Omens, we've got 4 Nightmares, we've got 4 Bindings. Sometimes you might flicker a Kiorabest the Sea God when things are spicy, but the Noodle is just the backup plan. And the removal. Keep the opponent's things dead until you can cast your Emergent Ultimatum and win the game. 4 Heartless Act, 4 Eliminate, 4 Elspeth's Nightmare, 2 Extinction Event, 4 Shadow's Verdict. Currently hitting all kinds of things in the meta, but it leaves things like your Vorinclex alive. So you can search for things like a Shadow's Verdict when you have the Vorinclex out or something like that. That's the deck. There are a lot of other ways to build it. I've seen Toski in the deck to draw cards off your bird attacks. I've seen more Alrund's Epiphanies. I've seen Asika's Chariot, which I don't mind too much, but decided I wanted a more controlling version for Best of 1. I've seen Burning Scar Demon. For a long discussion of the deck and card choices for Best of 3 and Best of 1, check out the Arena Craft podcast. My co-host Arjuna and I talk about this deck a lot on this week's episode. It is on YouTube, Arena Craft Podcast. Also can find it on any of your podcasting platforms. On that note, as we prepare to dive in and let the nonsense begin, it is time for the deck dedication, the daily dedication. And this one goes out to newest member of the Cool Kids Club Dojo on YouTube, Chase Glenn. Chase Glenn, thank you very much for signing up and becoming a member of the dojo. This pricey but gorgeous All Runs Epiphany is for you. On that note, let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Nico Berserk in the top 800. A good trophy for the wall. Oh, of course it's rogues. Great. Let's do this. You just kind of run your 7 drops into counter spells in this matchup. A lot. That's kind of all you do. And if they don't have them, you win. Okay. I mean, you play it. Yeah. What the hell is the matter with you? Second main phase crab? Are you a bot? Going first is so nice. All right, wait for the Thought Thief. And if not, we'll Heartless Act on their turn. Thieves Guild. Should it be the Enforcer or should it be the Crab? Probably the Enforcer. The Enforcer can hurt me. The Crab just fills my graveyard for a little while. It also implies they don't have a Thought Thief when they play that instead. Especially with a Crab, because they're not really worried about hitting the 7 threshold. And they miss a land. Well, I guess going first has a price. We have 1 green in hand, so we need at least 1 green. Maybe I shouldn't count my chickens until they actually hatch. Opponent's a coward. Scared to let me ramp. Possible I should have waited for that, but I kind of want them to counter it. I mean, yeah. Cast them. Cast them all. Let's go. Faith pays off. They knew they'd draw land eventually, and they have. Next play. The Shuffler's fine. The Shuffler is absolutely fine. Anybody who says otherwise is lying to themselves. How about Cultivate? We need 1 more green. And then the other one I don't think really matters. The lazy Thought Thief there. As if playing... The timing doesn't matter. What if I had a sorcery speed removal spell? What if I had an Elspeth's Nightmare? I'm so mad at you. Getting away with that crap. 18. What are you even looking around at? You have a Cling to Dust? Nosy. Fable Passage. You got another counter spell? Cannot be stopped. Will not be stopped. Opponent is the greatest gamer I've ever seen. Buy your Luris, because you've got nothing. Nothing. Ha! Ha! Got him! Alright, guys. What is the best way to torture? Tybalt, Vorinclex. It's a little risky. If they have Heartless Act, they can stop the Vorinclex Tybalt interaction, which is really bad for us. So I think we should avoid the Vorinclex. So we'll go Tybalt, We'll go Alron's Epiphany, and we'll go Kiorabest the Sea God. I counter all 4 of your cool spells. You resolve a 5th, I scoop. What a loser. Huh, no black, but we have Omen. So let's keep it, see where this goes. I'm ready. Opponent mulligans. Keep going. Do it again. Do it again. I will tell you guys, there's never been a better time to get to Mythic because nobody's playing Trickery here. They all know it's a crap meme. So if you're sick of Trickery, get to Mythic. Get your butt to Mythic. All right, interesting choice. I like Omen here to make sure we draw another land because if we do, we can Haven and then either Heartless Act or Foretell Epiphany next turn. What you got? Green, red, Gruul. Slow start, too. I guess this will do. We still need to find black and fix our mana, but this is a step in the right direction. We have our triple green secured. So yeah, black and blue mana the rest of the way. Teamer. And they are cultivating. Interesting. So the Battle of the Ultimatums. Genesis Ultimatum versus Emergent Ultimatum. Don't need the eliminate, do need the passage. Okay. It's up to the top of the deck now. It was really tempting to get another blue, because then we could play Yorion and double blink the Omens to find the black. Had a feeling this was coming, though. Wow, we're getting mana screwed. Life is cruel sometimes. So I think we take this out now, because the opponent could flash in a Brazen Borrower. How much land and cultivates do you need to run to get mana screwed? Well, here you go. And we took every land we saw off of Scry 4, draw 2. So brutal. Can still salvage it though. We're not under pressure. Our opponent just might get to do something awesome before we get to do anything. Here comes Beastie. Ultimatum next turn with an untapped blue from the opponent. All right, give me another black. We can sweep these up. Okay. This is hard mode. This is definitely hard mode. They do have a Brazen Borrower, I think. It might also be a Bone Crusher Giant. Feels like a Borrower, though. We would have seen Bone Crusher Giant earlier in the game unless they just drew it. They could have Henge. I guess that's a good reason to Heartless Act. Would you like to bounce my Omen? Could be fun. All right, now we're an untapped land away, though. We've got green, 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 blue, blue. It has to be, it can't be a green. It has to be a black or a blue, and we can ultimatum. Any untapped land, and we can Kiorabest the Sea God. Alron's Epiphany can be cast next turn for another look. The big question here is, do they have Genesis Ultimatum? Ooh, they don't. They don't have the third blue. Owie. Owie, owie, owie. All right. Omen. Scry for those lands. Got it. Don't need another verdict right now. Now, do they have some kind of a counter? Did they just have, like, the random Jwari disruption, right? And just in case they do, just in case, let's go for the Epiphany. Burbs. See if we can draw another land. We do. Ultimatum. All right, it's on. So, if they have a Brazen Borrower, they can blow up any nonsense with Vorinclex. So we don't want to fetch the Vorinclex, I don't think. We can fetch the other Epiphany, because we know they don't want to see that. And I think it's Seagate Restoration to just get another ultimatum, because I think they're going to put back the... I think they're going to give us Tibalt and the cards. Don't think they're going to give us the Time Walk. Yep, there we go. Doesn't matter what order. And we did find another ultimatum, as Tibalt tends to do. So, do we exile the Giant? Like I said, I think that the Brazen Borrower is coming. Let's just plus. More cards.
Let's play a little game.
We got another Restoration and a Fire Prophecy. Yep. So Borrower bounces one bird. Fire Prophecy takes out another. They keep their last card. I'm guessing it's an ultimatum, and they need to draw blue. 2 decks, both designed with one goal, casting ultimatums. Neither one able to do it quite on time, but we still got there. All right, they found their island. They've cast their Borrower. Tibalt down to 2. So we don't want to get another Tibalt. We want to get Vorinclex and Epiphany and what? I don't remember. What else is there? Let's go find out. I guess Shadow's Verdict is really good here. Just leave them with no board. Really wish the Kiorb as the Sea God were still in the deck, but these ultimatums have still been powerful. All right, they put away the Vorinclex. So we get this, but first we Verdict. Pick the one you want to go second first, so we get to keep our Burbs. All right, we got your Bone Crusher Giant.
I'm not.
There's Vorinclex anyway. Roar. Nice. Go Tibalt. Up to 8.
Sure.
Look at all of our toys. So this will go off twice. So this will take their ultimatum. The only reason they haven't conceded. Rip. Now, okay, I was gonna say, are you gonna stick around and see if you can top deck another one? And they can't take it anymore. They can't take the pain. G Pest 79, another 98% gamer. Our goal is just to get to 99%, to finish above where we were yesterday. If we do that, it'll be a good show. Plus, I need an hour of content. So even if I hit 99%, I'd have to keep going till I had an hour worth of games that I felt were up to the standards of the dojo. Mono red. This hand is terrible against mono red. Oh gosh. Oh no. We're gonna have to draw Shadow's Verdict. Come on, man. I got 6 sweepers. Come on. Don't let it go like this. Don't let Mono Red do the Mono Red thing, please. No, not Robber of the Rich. Okay. Well, it's not the usual Mono Red. It's Fireblade Charger Rimrock Knight instead of Fervent Champion Robber of the Rich. So that's the one thing we've got going for us. No, another 7-drop. All right. We're going to try to set ourselves up with Omen here for a good life. But the odds are that we're just dead. I should have looked at my hand through a robber, through like a mono red lens, and seen that it was absolute trash. Way too much of the big bads in the hand. Way too much. Well, they said go. That's Mr. Brightside. I don't know why they're afraid of a sweeper when I only have 2 lands. Nightmare? No. This is tapped, so no. Eliminate? Ugh. Haven? Ugh. God, this is so bad. Why is this so bad? Alright. Play this tapped. We're gonna get Bone Crushed. We'll eliminate the Rimrock Knight. Nothing, huh? So if they play land here, they might spend their turn on Embercleave. We can let them spend their turn on Embercleave and eliminate the cleaved creature. But I think we do this instead, since they didn't deploy a creature last turn, and just keep them from Embercleaving. Their hand might not be great. They're having kind of a weird draw, and we're not mana screwed. Oh my goodness. All right. You're telling me there's a chance. If we double ramp this turn, we can ultimatum next turn, and we're still at 14. I don't think we're going to die. I know, it sounds weird, but that's how I think in these things. Let's go. Let's get there. So, we need 1 green and 1 black. All right, do your worst. Do it, Mono Red. Do it. Do it now. Robber of the Rich stole my heartless act. Roar! Maybe I should have epiphanied. Verdict? Let's see, they can let themselves get verdicted, and what else? Tybalt? We could also get the Vorinclex. How about this? What you gonna do? You gonna let yourself get swept? You're gonna let me have an extra turn? Yeah, they never give you an extra turn, right? All right, still at 11. From an empty board, I don't think they can kill me. Yeah, I should have epiphanied first. Dragon. Dragon go facey. Ow. Down to 7. Okay. First things first. Let's do it in the right order this time. Embercleave. How exciting. -8, exile all cards from all graveyards. Well, there's not much going on, to be honest. But it can make mana. That's interesting. Because that can cast Embercleave. If they give me the Vorinclex. Shall we? Shall we? Epiphany, which they won't give me. Vorinclex, which they will. And we need one more thing. I'm thinking like a Nightmare to take away a removal spell from the opponent. I guess they have a creature on the board. We could just grab a Heartless Act and threaten to remove it. For free. That's pretty good. It's lethal, but they might have a Frostbite. Yep, put that away. Destroy target creature with no counters, that's you. Put this on the field. Well. Oh, we have an untapped land we can still play? This is perfect. Check this out. Check this out. Goldspan Dragon. We'll see how you like the cleave. Now a Frostbite or a Bone Crusher Giant won't save them. Goldspan Dragon will attack, generate a treasure that can be used for 2 mana. That is enough to cast Embercleave. Oh my lord. What a massacre. All right, this next game has to get us out of 98%. We've been in here for multiple wins in a row. Victor Wallace. Our next stepping stone. Well, having both Tybalts is not good, but we've got removal that is pretty solid. Not on the draw, though. Not against Mono Red, no. All right, and away we go. This is Mono Red. They play Mono Red. Fervent Champion, Magda, Brazen Outlaw. That's not how it goes. All right, if they have an Annex, we're in big trouble. Because next turn I want to Nightmare the Fervent Champion. And then, oh man, but I don't want to give them the boost from mana. I think we just do this now. But I think it could be a big mistake, because if they go land Annex, we're just so far behind. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, Robber. That's fine. That's good. I mean, good. Maybe good is a strong word, but you know what I mean. Good draw. Nightmare. Welcome to my nightmare. I'm gonna get your cleave. I'm taking the cleave. There's nothing you can do. No! Enough! Enough! Are they gonna play Wolf Willow Haven? Come on. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. They did it. They Havened, and they put it in the worst possible place on the castle. Oh, they've got a Torbrand. Okay. We've got a Shadow's Verdict. We could take their Torbrand with one of these, but then we have nothing to do with the other mana. They have a Heartless Act too, so they're just going to attack with the Robber. They're going to play this Torbrand. How are we going to kill it? The Verdict won't do it. I guess we have to get lucky. Remember, if we Valky the Torbrand, they will just attack with the Robber and play Heartless Act. Then at least they have to wait another turn to play the Torbrand. And they get him for 3. And we get a tap land, and then we Shadow's Verdict and they have no board. I guess that's right. If they draw a cheap way to remove this, that's very bad for us. But I guess this is right. And we also sneak out a tapped land here. Stop, because this is going to go off. No! That was the thing we had to dodge. Oh. Oh, I hate you, Mono Red. I hate you so much. You're so freaking lucky. You're just the luckiest trash deck. All right. Ultimatum, main. We're dead to the castle. We can Shadow's Verdict away these two. We're dead to the castle either way. This sucks. Magic sucks. It's stupid. It's so stupid. On the play, I win this game every time, not close. All right, just forget how your castle works. I hate you. I hate you. Ugh. God, now I probably have to win like 5 more games in a row to rank up. And I get 90%, so I get paired way down. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. But the hand is good. And you have to beat who's in front of you. You don't get any say in that. So, the show goes on. Let's find untapped land with the Omen and feel good about life. Snow-covered swamp. Acquisitions expert. Probably the Valky. Definitely don't want the Vorinclex. Do want the land. Well, Elspeth's Nightmare, the expert. I don't know. Maybe we don't want all this 1-for-1 removal against a deck that plays Acquisitions expert. But I don't know what we're doing with Valky. We'll hang on to it for now, though. I'll show you an eliminate. Like, 1-for-1 removal is very, very bad if they're going to just kind of play out their cards. Maybe we don't Nightmare here. Maybe we buy Yorion and we try to blink the Nightmare for value. Okay, they said go. Nightmare. Kill off the expert. Tapped. Tapped Restoration. Could have tried to hang on to it. Maybe with Cultivate, at some point we cast it. We'll see. Solemn. What's going on? Are they a Yorion deck with Yorion in the deck? Ugin and double Cosmos Elixir. Well, we're gonna have to start pressuring their life total, I guess. Feels like Ugin's the natural take. They are a long way from casting it. They are at 21. Cosmos Elixir says, at the beginning of your end step, draw a card if your life total is greater than your starting total. Huh. What am I supposed to do? Well, I'm going to blink this Nightmare, so I can take an Elixir now and make the Yorion decision later. Blue, blue. Yep. Yorion! No, we need to do better. That's enough land. And ramp. And we need the red Triome to cast the Valky. And we can find that with a Binding of the Old Gods, which would be awesome anyway. So opponent plays the Elixir, they'll get to draw a card. They're going to pacify... They didn't pacify the Yorion. Well, that means we can turn off their card draw next turn. Interesting. Yep, bye-bye Ugin. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card. Yeah, they did. Okay. Doesn't... I mean, I didn't see like a triggered thing go off. Maybe it's not triggered, or maybe I just missed it. Probably just missed it. Ramp and ramp hard. So we could be take their acquisitions expert. I mean, otherwise I'm just going to discard a land. I think that's fine. All right, Yorion has been pacified. Cosmos Elixir Control. We should be able to go over the top of that, but I guess it does depend how many Ugins they run. They could be infinite Ugins deck, and that could make for some interesting game. Come on, deck. Why are you doing this? Why do you hate me so? All right. I like you. I thought we got along great. One, two, three, four, five, six. I think we're better off scrying here than making a 2/2 with Wolf Willow Haven and trying to pressure the Elixir's life total when all the walls are about to be built. So, yep. Our opponent gets to draw 2. We get to scry 2. We have some really powerful cards in the deck. We might find them. No! It hurts so good. I'm trying to hold the Heartless Act for something else. There must be something bigger. I don't know what it is, but it must be there. Sure. Let's see how they deal with that. Hold this in case of another rat. Maybe we do just play the Valky here. Let's wait a turn. They might sweep the board if they have sweepers in their deck in response to this 8/8. They also might hold back a creature because they don't want it tapped by Kiora Best the Sea God. Turd's Lantern. Okay. I'm sorry, that was very juvenile. Tergrid's Lantern. Do I have a way to remove this pacifism? Binding the Old Gods does it. I'll just lose 3. If that's their win con against me, let's go. Let's rumble. They do have enough mana to untap it and do it over and over, so that's exciting for them. But we're also might just gain control of their Elixir with the Kiora. Lock them down. Also locks down the Lantern, but they can untap it with mana, which is interesting. Yeah. Release the Kraken. God of Lies. Did you hold back a creature? Reveal your nonsense. Perfect. How do I get the opponent to sacrifice something? So I might wait till they target this without paying kicker, and then I can turn it into a 4/5. See if they know that trick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we can keep holding the land in case of the next acquisitions expert. They might also Doomscar. But I'm going to steal your elixir. They did do that. They did do that. Got him. Got him. Now it doesn't work. I mean, I have fallen for this trick before, so I know other people can fall for it. That's how we got to this place. Well, now they're just gonna Doomscar anyway. Yep, nothing I can really do about that. This goes off. Another Cultivate, give me that elixir. We'll put all these lands onto the battlefield. It'll be fun. I guess I'll make a 2/2 before their Terror Grid comes down and I give them the Haven by sacrificing it. Maybe I was supposed to steal the Lantern. I'm not sure. Yep. All right, in responses, destroy target critter. Nice to see somebody trying to make the Terror Grid work, but... So you see they have enough mana to untap it and do it again and do it again. We'll discard a card. Another reason not to play out extra lands from now on. How about Binding the Old Gods? How about Emergent Ultimatum? How about something? We'll discard Eliminate. Disenchant? Came prepared to beat your own deck. Respect. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Racing this isn't going to go very well. And if the opponent has a way to kill my creatures, like another Doomscar, now I can't sacrifice them. So that could just strictly be a bad play. That looks nice.
My flames burn beyond perception.
Hello. Vorinclex, I think. I think this is the Vorinclex Valky tag team. They can't let me have that. And they only have 1 mana open. Tybalt can exile the Lantern. Yeah. Show him what's up with that. I should have gained control of the Lantern instead of the Elixir a long time ago. All right. We get turns, baby.
And away you go.
All right. Your turn. Let's see how you like it. We can go face, I think. I think we can put on enough face damage pressure that they have to sacrifice the Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh, that land was exactly it, too. Exactly what we needed. Ah, we got one from the opponent anyway.
Handle a little pain.
Hit him. What you got? You tortured me with your lantern. I will show you how to use the lantern. All right. I guess it's not lethal, right? They do have cards to discard. I forgot about that. I don't know. I'm still working them. We don't show them the last land. All right, guys, we broke the meta. It's Alrund's Epiphany and Tergrid's Lantern working together. Yep. It's gonna hurt, but you gotta let Ugin go. You have to let Ugin go. Yep. What a swing. So I should have played the passage. I was just worried I might not have a basic left in my deck after all those cultivates. If I had taken the time to check my deck list, then the passage would have been better because having a card in hand can be discarded to an opponent's lantern. No green. Are we gonna get there? We'll get there. Because with green, this hand is great. This is mono red. They play mono red. Always on the play. Never miss a day. Fervent champion. Rimrock of the night. Just cast it there, though. It's more damage. All right, let's blow up their Annex, Hardened in the Forge. Then play Cultivate. Then play Binding and go from there. Okay, they go with a Rimrock Knight. Take one. Blow that up. I'm playing this game under duress. A can of soda exploded. Exploded. Explosivoed. Right as this game was starting. It's all over my desk. It's causing me great trauma. All right, we need to draw another removal. Like, the binding is nice, but I really want to draw like okay. I need to draw like something cheap so I can buy Yori and then binding. It's not going to happen. They might have another Torbrand. They might also have an Embercleave. And then next turn we're on nothing. Like, we're just cultivating. Cultivate the ultimate I lose card against mono red. And they have the Annex. Oh, we top deck the binding. Lucky. Lucky gamer. Will it be good enough? Foretell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 next turn. We can buy Yorion and flicker a binding. Do we get cleaved? Calamity Bearer. Calamity Bearer. That's a way to do it. So we could Alrund's Epiphany, but then binding expires. I don't think that's what we want. I think we want to Yorion. Still very sketchy out here. I mean, cultivate. There's so much cultivation. Let's see if they can solve a 4-5. Another Annex. No, the Embercleave is so lethal. And we don't draw an answer. All right, so we fetch. We cast this. Birdos. We cast this. Ramp up even more. So we can hold the land and draw more with a restoration next turn, but we're short 1 land drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll have 5 available next turn. That will cast Shadow's Verdict and all of our removal spells. So we hold the land. To get deeper into the deck, it's gotta be good. It's gotta be good. And there's the Shadow's Verdict. They were good burbs, but they had to go. There's definitely still some black mana left in the deck, but it makes sense to make sure before you play a Fabled Passage that gets nothing. Because we want to thin the deck, but we don't want to end up fetching nothing and dying in dramatically poor fashion. All right, we drew almost all removal from that restoration, which I'm not complaining about. Okay. Again. How many Annex will I have to sweep up? That was all it took. Yes! 99%. Cutting through adversity, cutting through mono red on the play, cutting through this ocean of soda all over my desk. That's what we do here. And we are back for the post-game wrap, and oh yes, we climbed from 98% to 99%. Was a lot harder than I thought it would be. Did we go, let's see, 5-1 to do that? Yeah. We had to go 5-1 to do that. Ugh. If it's going to be that difficult to get up 1%, getting back in the top 1200 is going to take persistence and fortitude and strength and good deck selection, and I'm not opposed to climbing that mountain. Let's go. Let's do it. That's what we're here for. If you are to play this deck in best of 3, you can fill your sideboard with a bunch of counter spells and way to interact with decks that aren't aggro, or you can trim some of the sweepers and maybe some eliminates, put those in the sideboard, and run a more balanced deck. This is heavily skewed against aggro. In particular, had to be prepared for mono white, which we dodged and didn't run into, but that matchup is very tough. And the 4 eliminates and the 4 Heartless Act are a nod to how popular Faceless Haven is coming out of last weekend's tournaments. We got to do some Sky Noodle things. It's really fun. And as far as the Go Big package, there's some other stuff you could throw in, like the Burning Rune Demon, but I was really happy with how things went today. We never cast Ultimatum and lost. That's the big deal. That's the part to keep an eye on. This card is powerful. This deck is amazing. The other decks of the format are shifting to beat it. Mono white and mono red in particular are very good at beating this deck. So be prepared for that. The meta is going to start turning against it because it is so powerful, but I do believe it will be a player for a good amount of the format and something that they always have to keep in mind. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. It's time to clean up my desk. My temporary solution. Baby Yoda mug. Can of Mountain Dew. That's cool.